Hey everybody, this is Grace, and I'm sitting out here. Yeah, I just came outside finally today to make a video. I've been in the house most of the day. I was asleep most of the day. I've been having this problem with basically breathing. Shortness of breath when I would walk and all this stuff. Seems to be getting better because the weather is not so cold. And that seems to be a connection there. But who knows? There's so many things I thought was a connection. But anyway, I came out here and I sat here and all of a sudden I had this, I remember something that I have not had any reason to think about in a really long time. And yeah. It kind of goes with the story that I've been telling about Adam, was started acting really weird. I don't even remember how many days ago it was now. A week or so ago. And this light bulb is trying to come on here. And it's kind of funny on the street right there. Because one time I came out here and it was green. It's not supposed to be green. That means something about when they're going out or something. Anyway, yeah, that was a squirrel moment. But I've been talking about how Adam was acting weird, He and I met and married over 40 years ago, and I've known him all this time. And I know that whenever anything has to do with his family, he gets a little mean and short. Really, I call him grumpy old man. He just gets real short. And he won't say that anything is going on with his family. He won't tell me that. Probably because he knows I'm going to say, it's them. It's what's going on with them. What are they trying this time? And he's not ready to face it. They try stuff all the time. There's always something. In this case, I had been thinking something, usually when he's acting this way, it has something to do with his family. Last time we had anything to do with his family was about 7 weeks ago, and that woman was quite psychotic, one of his nieces. And we had dealt with her for 2.5 years, on and off during that time she was in this country. She was attending university. She was staying in her own apartment. And the short of that would be that she got kicked out of the program at the university. She got kicked off her job, and she got kicked out of her apartment. She had to come back and stay with us, and he kicked her around up. At some point kicking her out because she's just a bad seed. And she had to come back before she left the country again. And during that time, she pulled another one of her psycho things of trying to, knowing that I have chemical allergies. Yep, she did that 3 times. I don't downplay it anymore. I know what that's called. And just like her mother that did it, tried it 8 years ago. So, yeah, that kind of thing. Well, when he has to deal with them, because they're always up to something. Oh, we didn't invite her to come and stay with us. His sister, 2.5, 3 years ago. His sister and their younger brother just made the decision for us. That kind of crap. And then this happened. So, I was thinking he was acting weird. I started thinking, I wonder if one of his family, which one of his family members is going to try this the next time. Well, it turned out very next day he informed me that his older brother had called and was going to come and visit those people in their family that live in the state. Nobody lives around here. He said first he'd come and stay and visit with Adam, then he'd go, me and Adam, and then he'd go to his other brothers, and then they'd go to their cousins and see their cousin's mother, who's like 99 years old or something. She's in the country. It might be the last time, of course. And, visit all of them there. Different places here in Texas. His brother had been in Florida, taking care of a rental property they have. They had actually lived there for a long time. Then they moved to California, but they rented out that house 3 years. People had lived in it. Then they moved, and they just, from what he told us, what he told Adam, there's a language barrier between he and I. He doesn't speak English, and I don't speak their language. But anyway, he told Adam that the family that lived there, they had one, his brother had one room section off for one area of the house. Maybe it was a garage, I don't know. And it had some of their stuff that they left there. And they, that was the agreement through the realtor. All this stuff that people wouldn't bother that part. Well, when they moved 2.5 years later, they junked out the house and left it, stripped it bad, and took everything that was in that room with them. Now it was done through a realtor. So if they had any problems, he should have gone through the realtor. So, his brother doesn't know why would they do this. He had to fly over there. He's older than Adam, and Adam's older than I. And he had to fly. His brother had to fly there, and took a week or something like that, dealing with all the people going in, electrician, plumber, and all these people had to come to fix the house. Painters, whatever, all they needed. So, okay, now, as you can imagine, after that 2.5 years of dealing with it, the psychotic one, his niece, really some of this stuff started coming to my mind. Don't they always do this? Don't they always just invite themselves? They don't wait to be asked ever. They just invite themselves. I knew that when his niece, boy, did I ever, I was so angry. So was he, so was Adam. We were both very angry. Well, Adam, you need to deal with this. Not my circus, not my monkeys. I learned long ago to not do that. Because he has his fierce loyalty to them. It's like, where's your fierce loyalty to us? But it's not that way, no. They are so manipulative, you would not believe. And, oh my gosh. That's why he always gets angry, because he knows it's wrong. Should not be this way. But he said stuff like to me like, well, you know how it is with family. No. No, I don't. I would not just let them change my world. They're going to call and say, she's on her way. What? Who's doing what? You're going to stay with me for like a month or two? While she does this? What? I would say that's your trouble. That's your problem. You didn't ask. You didn't get permission. No. Of course, I would always have my door open to my family. I would, but it needs to be discussed. You're not going to just change my world because you have an agenda. That's not how it goes. And if I can't do it, you're not going to throw a temper tantrum because I have other plans. You see, that's the way I look at it. No. So, anyway, but yeah, I've been making videos, a little bit here, a little there, along this way. What's been going on with all this? And, wow. And he's supposed to, Adam had said that maybe he would go with his brother, the one that's flew in from Florida, and is going to go visit everybody. He said that maybe he'd go and do it. I said, go. Just go. He said, you're going to be okay by yourself? And I said, go. Because I'm not playing that. Adam has tried, whenever Adam's upset with them, he's actually tried saying, will you stop me from doing things? Adam's older than I. I don't stop him from doing crap. At all. Nothing. But he needs an excuse. Because Adam's lazy. He doesn't like to do anything. He doesn't like to go on have to drive 7 hours to see this one, or 8 to 10 hours to see that one. Adam is lazy when it comes to that. Or go fly, it's just about as bad. So. Okay, and how do I know this stuff? Not only have I dealt with, I'm 61 years old, have I dealt with this all these years, including before then, before I met Adam. Okay, I've got plenty of time dealing with people who They just cannot, say what they need to the people they need. Say to it, I am the type that believes you don't bottle it up inside. You need to talk about it. And you don't take your problems out on other people. You just don't. Okay, this is my view. You don't take it out on anybody else. You don't try to pick a fight with somebody so you can get all that anger out of you. No, you deal with your own crap. My form is this kind of journaling. Because when it comes to him and his family like this, you're not going to pick a fight with me. No, I'm not going to be your scapegoat. You deal with it. Not that he does, but, I'm not playing. Nope. Not going to find some reason for it to be about me that I stopped you from going with your brother. He's already trying to find reasons not to go with his brother. Where his brother's going to go visit this one, then visit that one, then visit that one. Yeah, he's trying to find ways not to. Okay, maybe some people would say something about me sitting in the park and that when it started raining and I probably should have just gone home, then walks past this couple with their dog and the umbrella. So, yeah. I'm sitting in an SUV with the windows rolled up. Anyway, we can be so judgmental about other people. I'm about to make a video about being judgmental, about e-beckers. Anyway, where was I? So his brother, he got here yesterday, and Adam had to go pick him up from the airport. And they got back, say, around 5, and then Adam and I went and got some Sonic for them to eat. And they weren't sure what time they're going to be back. He wasn't sure if his brother was going to be hungry. On and on and on. And that was basically our lunch. It was at 5 o'clock or so. It turned into lunch and dinner too. And anyway, his brother got here and went upstairs. They all have had, have been here before at this point, most of them. And there are 3 bedrooms upstairs. And each one of them likes a certain, whatever room out of those 3. It's not the same room, not all of them. And so it's kind of like they go to that room. They know which one, but which one they like. They put their but this time I didn't know, but his brother had chosen the one that is the guest room. And I had bought I got the bed and all that stuff, set it up for a guest room years ago, like 20-something years ago. And, but that's where his niece, it's his brother's niece too. And, of course, he decided, his brother that's here, his older brother decided to stay in there. And well, his brother went straight to that room and fell asleep. He was exhausted. He's older than Adam. He's the elder in their family, really, except for that aunt. And, okay, I'm kind of dealing with being a little bit out of breath. Little bit, not really. I think I had just kind of forgot that that I had been suffering this, and I was walking fast to come outside. And I went, oh crap, I forgot. But I'm getting better, I think. Anyway, so yesterday his brother went straight to bed, and it was like 5 or so. I guess at some point Adam brought the food up there for his brother upstairs, the Sonic stuff. And I don't know, I was tired too. Yesterday, was it yesterday? Yesterday or the day before was really rough. Well, let's see. No, it was yesterday morning. It was really rough on me. I cannot remember. Oh my goodness. No, it was not yesterday. It was not the day before. It was the day before that. Honestly, cannot remember. The days are blurring. I don't write this stuff down. And I have so many things that are going on. So many different. Seriously. So many things that really I don't need somebody right in the middle of stuff. I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. I have, physical therapy twice next week. All these things. And I haven't even put the doctor's appointment for tomorrow in my phone so the alarm will go off and remind me that I have to leave at that time. Seriously, I mean, it's so much. So anyway, his brother came, that brother, and fell asleep. Slept all night long. And I'm usually up at different times of the night because of this shortness of breath stuff. It's not easy for me to sleep, especially at night. Daytime, I sleep quite a bit. I'll sleep like an hour or two, and then get up, and then sleep another hour or two. If I could only sleep straight 7-8 hours, oh man, I would be like, wow. It's been years. Anyways, maybe tomorrow, maybe I'll find something. I doubt it. This is one who is already, whatever it is with this system, they love to, the first appointment they call and they say, oh, we need to change the appointment. I have heard so many, my first introduction back in 2023 with this group, I don't know what you call a group, whatever you call it, system, was that they canceled on the very first appointment. Nobody told me. I wouldn't know about a portal. It was my first appointment. Nobody told me about that. And then I heard from another one, said, well, you're the one rescheduled. No, I didn't. They didn't want to believe that because I think that's what they do. They reschedule whenever they just feel like they're going to take that day off, and that's what that one did. She just decided she was going to go on vacation. And this one that I scheduled for, that's rescheduled, and it's tomorrow, she had decided, I said, they had called me before and said, we need to reschedule. And then they told me when they're going to reschedule it. I said, you don't have any other date? Well, no, then you'd have to wait several months. Smart aleck like that. I said, does she do this often? I was getting ticked. They just decide that they're going to take a day off, and then you have to reschedule to where they say you're going to reschedule? The audacity. That's not the only thing I've ever seen. I've seen this since I was a kid. The nerve of these people. To think that they are way up high and the patient is way down low. Nope. Actually, the patient's, it's not 50-50. The patient's 51, and the provider is 49. The patient has the right to say no to services, and there should not be any temper tantrums from the provider or their office. Like the one I fired. And yes, I did. He had the nerve to be smart aleck to me. First visit, fired. I'm not taking crap anymore. Plus, I'm a Texan woman. I'm not saying that all Texan women don't take crap, but yeah, watch it. We're not here for you to tell us what you're going to tell us what you're going to do without asking permission. Back to the story. Without permission. But things do, of course, change in my life. Just get uprooted. Whatever I had planned for this weekend. If we had, this has happened several times. If we had plans for a weekend, they're just going to decide, like his younger brother and his younger brother's girlfriend, they're just going to decide they're going to come visit us from, it's about a 7-hour drive. The way they drive is about 5. And, seriously. And they're just going to come visit. They used to do this quite often. Now, I can't say too much. When I was young, Adam and I were not too great about that. We'd go visit my parents, which would be about a 7-hour drive. But because my mother, she had anxiety and she would always worry if we were driving, and she'd spend the whole day worrying and all this stuff. We wouldn't tell them. We'd just show up and say, surprise, thinking, young people do, maybe, or the nerve of us, but really. At some point my dad mentioned, we should call, ahead of time. I said, well, this is why we don't do it. He said, well, you could call me, tell me, we talk, and we see if, we can do it. So yeah, I have a history of when I was young. I'm talking young. I got married when I was 18, so I'm talking young. And I learned, no, you don't do that. You don't make surprise visits on people. So I knew that, I don't know how old I was, but, from 18 to maybe early 20s, sometime in there I learned, you just don't do that. You don't surprise attack somebody, really. Just to make a surprise visit, uninvited. But, we also, we didn't have a problem staying somewhere else. Just be in the town, visit, something like that. But with Adam and his family, like I said, I can't say too much about it because I did it when I was young. They're not young. Okay? And they're not young. There is a difference. Slight, but difference. When you're young and you don't know that you don't do this, and when you're older and you just know you don't do this, you don't change somebody's life. It's because of yours. And the way that their family does it, it's changing your life. And that same, like that niece, the one that was 31, just left 7 weeks ago. When she got there, she made comments about how her mother, she's taking care of with her sister's child, and in Canada, they're in Canada, and she said all she does is take care of her. I don't know. It was from baby until she's 3 years now. For the most part, the grandmother to the baby, which is Adam's sister, took care of a baby. And an infant is not just doing something. Taking care of an infant into a toddler, that's quite a bit. But this 31-year-old who knows everything about the world and how everybody should be and what they should do with their lives, because she is that person, really thinks that she does. She said all she does is this, and all that sister to her, all this, my sister, that one with the baby, does is work from home. She just pushes some buttons on a computer. You see, she has an attitude problem on what everybody else does. And she had the view that apparently that Adam and I never did anything. So weekends, if she needed to come visit, she'd just come visit, because we never went anywhere or did anything. And one of the times, it was more than once, we already had plans. It's like, whoa, man. Oh boy, not my circus, not my monkeys. You better take care of this. Nope, I don't think he ever did. He did not. He really did not like this niece. He really knew. When she first came here, the first day they had a big fight because she's so entitled, has such a high sense of entitlement. He got in a very big argument with her and told her, no, she is not going to behave like that. She's not entitled. Very first. I think it was the very first day. I was like, whoa, I had just met her. He hadn't seen her since she was a young child, But he was already ticked off at his sister for doing all that. And but she was trouble from the get-go. You don't get kicked out of a program at a university, a well-known university, even for not doing anything wrong. She did a lot wrong, you see. And who knows what the truth was. She could have just said one thing when it was something bigger, because she kept doing bad things to people that did not deserve it. I almost said bad people. They weren't bad people. None of them, from what we understand. She just wanted her way. She felt like, if she did this or that or said this or that, her mother would feel sorry for her and she would give her more, because her mother was paying for all this. Or her parents and her sister, the one that she said just sits there on the computer. Seriously, the woman's 31 years old. And they were doing everything, like buying her clothes and sending them to her. Buying her stuff, scheduling it to be delivered to her. Wow. She was so entitled, and they were just allowing it. So, you know, I don't know. Okay, it's starting to feel a little creepy sitting here. You know, because there's the woods right over there. Not right up near, but a little bit further back, and it got too dark. Too dark for that. This is when that light goes out right there. It's hard to see to turn on this corner. I've never experienced that except for that corner in my whole life. That one corner. But anyway, so, you know, back to this with Adam's brother. I just asked Adam a little while ago, a few hours ago, you know, what have y'all decided? You know, what's going to go? He goes, no. So he doesn't know what his brother's plan, you know, his older brother, what he has planned. Because Adam's told me, you know, he's not, well, I guess it was maybe this morning. He said, you know, I figured out that brother, he said he probably already has his ticket, his, you know, airplane ticket to go see those other people, because he would have to fly. You know, most likely that's what it would do, is to fly to see them. Well, I have a little bit of a different, like I said, when I first got out there, I had a memory of something that happened one time. And I don't remember exactly how it happened, but it was something like that brother expects, if he's going to come visit you, he expects the person he's going to go visit to pay for the plane ticket. That his wife is this way. They've always had trouble with his wife. They always had this thing against his wife, his older brother's wife. Now, whether she really is, she's still alive, whether she really is this way, who knows? Because, you know, they'll find their scapegoat. Seriously, they thought, they had me as a scapegoat behind the scenes. Of course, I wouldn't know. Of course, I wouldn't know. You know, nobody's going to tell you. Nobody's going to say, well, yeah, well, I heard you were this and you were that. No. I mean, why would I have ever even spoken to his older brother's wife? I really haven't. Or their children. Never met them, never spoke to them. None of that. So, you see what I'm saying? Why would I be telling them? Really? So, I'm going to turn around up here, or on the other side. But instead of just driving around the block, or maybe just drive around the block. Anyway, and go home. So, you know, they have her as a scapegoat. But I wonder if that's what's going on now. Right at that light, there's a car sitting down that road on the other side, the wrong side of the street, of course. And it's got its brights on. And I'm trying to turn there. Can't tell if the car's moving or just going to sit there. Anyway. But yeah, I mean, it could be this whole thing. You know, it could be that Adam knew before he told me. But it could be that Adam remembers that too, and is waiting to see if this brother tries to get Adam to pay for the plane ticket to go see. You see what I'm saying? If his brother's wife, or is it his brother who really has the attitude that somebody else is going to pay for all this? They're so entitled, I'm telling you. This family, they're, you know, I'm talking about the whole family. Adam, his family, and that one set of cousins that they grew up in the same house with, the one that they're going to go see the aunt, all of this, that whole family, high sense of entitlement. Each and every one of them, there is a car, man, now they're going to be behind me. They were zooming down that road. Zooming down the road. Golly, you know, it's a Bubba truck, of course. What was I thinking? I'll park here for a second. Oh my gosh. You're driving like that in the rain. Of course, they're driving in a neighborhood with their kids, and it's a 30 mile per hour, and that's in a good day. It's raining out there, but we're going to drive 60 and come up behind somebody and tailgate them until they move. That's the mentality. Oh, God. But anyway, so I'm wondering now. I am, and I have a record of today is March 2nd, so 7:02 p.m. But I want to see, is this what's going to go down? Because they're going to either, I mean, if it's like what happened before, this brother will try to get Adam to pay for it, the plane ticket, or their younger brother, or possibly even the cousins. You know, like his, if they want him to be around them, they need to pay for it. You see, seriously. And I did not remember until I was out here, came out here to go make this video, and sat there at that tree, and then it just flashback hit me of what had happened before. I don't remember all the details, don't even remember what year it was, but I do remember how weird it was that that brother actually expected people to pay for the plane ticket to go visit them. You know, you invite yourself. You feel like you want to visit, but you're going to put it on somebody else. Now, I don't have a problem making these videos. There's a language barrier there. I don't know. Nobody's going to ever know them, you know, over time. And like I said, I make my videos for pressure release valve. Because trust me, dealing with this stuff, oh my goodness, it's more about what nerve. To me, it's what nerve people have to do and say and expect and feel entitled to the things that they do in this family. They are the actually family. Like every time somebody, I call them that, every time somebody says something, it doesn't matter who, if they're not in the family, they're going to say, well, you know, they're going to either say, well, actually, or is it going to be implied that they know better? In every sentence that comes out of anybody else's mouth, and Adam told me that they actually think that he didn't know that. No, that's wrong. He told me, but they actually think that yeah, don't be flying down this road. There are kids out here, but that they actually believe that's a way to keep a conversation flowing. What the crap? You tell somebody, you know, you meet them, first sentence comes out of their mouth, you tell them they're wrong and that you know better, and, you know, they don't say those words, but that's what it is. They'll say, you know, well, actually it's this. And what, you know, whether they say actually or not, like I said, it's there or it's implied. They know better. That's not a way to keep a conversation going. That's a way for somebody to say, ooh, I don't want to deal with you. And that's it. They might humor themselves so they'll tell you off or something. Or just like, wow, man. And you believe people like that? That they're the type that they start a job, they don't finish the job. You know, if they start a job at all, because, you know, they're so entitled. And then there's the other one, the third, entitled. That's the big one. Entitled. But they also know everything. You know, and their family is perfect. And they're a shining example of what everybody should be like. This kind of person. You know, kind of people. You know, and I had been saying I didn't have problems with his brother, but I had forgotten about this. You know, sorry, my sound got high. But yeah, I had basically forgotten about this with the entitlement of somebody else has to pay for their plane ticket. That's probably why Adam's kind of walking around a little bit like he's lost. That's probably why. Like I said, Adam's older than I. He doesn't need this stress. But he's walking around a little bit lost. And he comes in there like he wants to talk to me about something. To whatever room I'm in, he doesn't. But I could tell something's on his mind, you know. Yeah, this is why. Yeah, I have more I think about it. There's something like that there. Something like that there. Yeah, because his brother, he said he needs a vacation from all that going on. He did all this work and he needs a vacation. So yeah, he doesn't have a plane ticket. He's thinking somebody else will pay for the plane ticket. Yeah. And somebody else would pay for the plane ticket to go back to California. Yep. Hide and watch. Just hide and watch. Is that what it's going to be? I'm going to hide and watch because not my circus, not my monkeys. Seriously. I don't know how many videos I've been making as this has progressed, but really, like I said, I don't have any problem anymore. I used to, but nobody's going to know them. Ever. I started making those not my circus and not my monkeys, I think in 2017 was when, or even before then, because one of his cousin's son, who's probably in his 40s now, had come and stayed with us for about a year. He actually paid rent. Wasn't anything. So entitled. It wasn't much of anything. So entitled, you would not believe. It was so. He was one that would actually say, "Actually," I'm like, "Oh my gosh." Oh, after everything, actually. And one time I let him know. I said, "Yeah, you think you know more than somebody who was in school? My degrees are in that because you're going to look it up on the internet and you believe that crap?" I said, "I wouldn't let my students look at that stuff. They could not get their stuff off the internet." He was, I didn't say that smart. I just let him know flat out. I'm one of those stern, just monotone I can be, just stern, and let him know. So you think that this stuff that you read on the internet is actual truth? All of it? And that's where you get your information? He was bad as it was. He did things like one time we left him alone. We said we were going to go take a vacation. We went one or two, I don't remember, very short, and we came back early and had a cough there all of a sudden. But we came back early and he was supposed to be taking care of our dogs. And but instead what he did, we came back early and caught all of it. He had left our dogs outside. Our dogs were not outdoor dogs. And it was summertime. And he left them outside. And he went to his girlfriend's house. Well, he also took our most expensive steak. There was some kind of story behind that steak. But, we were going to have it for ourselves. It was in the freezer. He took it. The most expensive steak. Not any of the other ones. The most expensive. Did not pay for it. Nothing. And took it to his girlfriend so they could have it. And it was more. All this. Adam was livid. And then when he moved, he basically took stuff with him that was ours. We had said, "Oh, you can use this little heater." Because he was there about a year, I think. Space heater. And he took it. There was something else. He took it. I don't remember how much. We have, it goes on from there. Yeah, it goes on from there. But anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. I've had so much with their family. I do wonder. I was going to make another video, like I was saying, about, e-beggars. Because I've been watching one develop. Yeah. One that's just, I've seen it. I've been online on YouTube itself. I've been online. I had my first computer in 1982. So I've seen quite a bit over all those years on different platforms, and all that. But the e-beggars, yep, Usually see, e-beggars or grifters, whatever they're going to be called. I've seen plenty, and now I'm seeing this other one. Yeah, and I want to talk about that. But I'm going to go home. I might sit out in front of my house and make it. Because I like to be in my car every once in a while. Just get out of the house, fresh air. But we did go somewhere earlier today. Where did we go earlier today? Maybe not, because I was so sleepy. I slept a good portion of the day. So anyway, but it's kind of creepy sitting here. I just looked out and there was something really thin, and I said, that's not a person. But it looked kind of like it's a tree. Okay, it's a tree. Yeah, sitting out anywhere, can be creepy. I can say I don't really get so creeped out by stuff, but yeah, it just depends on what else has been recently. The creepiness dealt with his niece, unbelievable, weird stuff. The things that she sabotaged, the things that she messed up, like all my white shirts. She did that. She did, just on the front, some weird chemical that I can't get out with all the various ones. Even Adam was creeped out about a lot of this stuff. It's like one after another creepy thing. So anyway, I'm wrapping it up. Talk to y'all in another video. Bye.